descend to Longyearbyen, and we can now see the island in front of us on the right-hand side. We are heading towards Svea, and further it will be uphill and heading towards west.
Første gangen man hører om Svalbard i 1060, når det står i noen islandske bøker Svalbard i funnet. Så det første var Spitsbergen i 1060, og det ses som Icelandic Svalbard i funnet. Og det siste vi ser i dag, det Grumantbyen. Så fra Barentsburg til Grumant er ca. 1,5 time. Som er den største breen. Og da har vi en på Nordøstlandet som heter Østfonna og Vestfonna. Så har vi dalbreier, og et eksempel på det er breien i selveste Longyearbyen. Og så har vi denne tuben som er bakvei, som kalles for Spitsbergen-breien. Alle disse breiene som heter Spitsbergen-breien, de er gjerne forbundet med hverandre på grunn av store isplatt og legger ut i land. But if there are a few of you that don't understand it, then please ask him.
Barentsburg is originally a Dutch settlement founded by the Dutch company Nesbø, but in 1926 the Dutchmen were forced to close the mine because of the global recession. So in 1932 they offered the mine to the Norwegian state for 7 million crowns, but the offer was turned down. So finally the mine was sold to the Russian state-owned company Trust Arctic for 2.8 million crowns. And this company owns Barentsburg today. day as well. Actually, the company owns also some other places here in Svalbard, for example, Grumman and Pyramiden, but they are closed mining settlements nowadays. And Russian workers with great efforts put the mine into operation. And there is a verse, and nobody knows who has written it, but it sounds poetically like this. And so now, wherever you travel, on the eve of every spring, you will be dreaming of cold parties, you will be seeing snowy dreams. Scarce grass here, but the grass is good. And the company has one helicopter of the type MI8, which can take aboard up to 20 passengers. And for example, we use this helicopter when we arrive here. First we fly from Moscow directly to Longyearbyen by a charter flight, and then we are taken here by that helicopter in several flights. And the first flight connection between Longyearbyen and Moscow was established yet in 1975. It was carried out by the air company Airflot. So here we have a school and the kindergarten. So it is possible to buy food at the shop and prepare a meal at home. And there are quite many people who do that because it is cheaper. Then around the windows you can see decorations which are quite typical to many houses in Russia, especially if it is a private house. Then in the windows you can see boxes. Some people think that they are air conditioners, but they are not. Yes, exactly. They are fridges, natural refrigerators which were widely spread in Russia before the electricity became a common thing. But that does mean that no cooling in the house have no electrical ones. They have them. That is a tradition. And I think that is smarter to use possibilities of the climate and spare energy in this way. At least here, one can always rely on the weather, on the cold. Entrance to the mine here inside this building. So first the miners come here, change their clothes, and then walk down into the mine where they are taken deeper to the coal face by special devices. First by a little wagon, and then by kind of a lifts. Not so much people living now in Barentsburg, and there is no necessity. If they can't treat a patient here, they send him or her to Longyearbyen, to the hospital there, or further to the mainland Russia or Norwegian. Possibility to watch here several Russian tunnels. Nowadays there are 7 tunnels. Here we have a Russian mobile telecommunication operator, which is called Megaphone.
After the Second World War. Dette er Grumman. Grumman ble drevet med kurs fra 1916 til 1930, og så på nytt etter annen verdenskrig. Det som gjorde det vanskelig her, det var at det ikke var noe havn. Bay som ligger lenger tilbake. Delvis i fjellet her i en tunnel og delvis åpent så ligger det rester etter en jernbanelinje. Og alt kunne ble transportert dit. Men rundt 62, når både Barentsburg og pyramiden hadde blitt så store, så syntes de det var unødvendig å fortsette her. Og den rødfarven som dere ser litt i fjellet der og litt til venstre, det har å gjøre at kullet har brent. Under 2. verdenskrig så ble alle gruvene satt i brann. Svalbard var evakuert i 1941, og man ønsket ikke at tyskerne fikk tak i kullet.